ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. I think friends, the Bharatiya Management Festival has been going on since yesterday morning. I deliberately call it as festival because there is celebration in our minds, hearts and hands. Celebration in mind primarily because lot of ideas are coming, lot of knowledge is coming through. Celebration of heart is primarily because you are feeling confident, you are feeling, proud, and you are feeling very emotional. And why there is celebration of hands is primarily that all of us are waiting for the next future course of action. So therefore, I consider the last 2 days as celebration of Bharatiya Management. I think we discussed various issues in different plenary sessions as well as yesterday evening track groups which were presented. There is a lot of Bharatiya knowledge that was presented and lot of other ideas have been presented. All this together, I think what is uppermost in our mind is how do we take things forward. And ultimately, it is the future which is going to motivate all of us. So therefore, the theme of today's just now panel discussion is Future of Bharatiya Management. So we have 3 people, one who hosted us, the remaining 2 primarily involved in the entire thought process. They will share with us what is their idea about what do they think has to be the roadmap in the days to come. Then afterwards, we have planned in a particular way which I will share that how do we go about and then followed by the valedictory. So now may I request Dr. Shubha to present your views.
Panelists on the desk and all galaxy of intellectuals before me. It's indeed my honor and privilege to stand before you. If I have to humble myself and accept few things on this platform, I would begin with that because that is what I am. So when I read my name in this panel discussion when it was added, I just was shocked to see the other names, big names in the field of management, and I asked, how did you feel that I would fit into this particular group, in what way, and what justice can I do? Then they said, it is not about the age, it is not about the experience, it is only about the opinions that we hold and share. So with that, maybe I may be too young to stand before you. I'm sure people sitting before me have done immense work in the field of management education, but I still humbly stand and also appreciate my other panelists who are on the days who gave me an opportunity to become the opening batsman. So I'm sure I was very happy because they gave me the opportunity, because whatever I am not able to do justice, I'm sure they will be able to fill all those gaps. So having said this, when this 2 days workshop was supposed to be hosted at Reva University, I consider it as a very big honor for each one of us. It is a great learning experience, even though I was not a part of any plenary session or any other session, but I was just observing the kind of discussions, deliberations that has been happening from yesterday. I'm sure each one of us have come prepared to discuss what should be the future of management education. This shows the concern that each one of us have for the future. Having said this, when I saw the title of the workshop, one thing that stuck to me was Bharatiya. The name itself creates a sense of pride, and not only a sense of pride, but along with it, a sense of responsibility and a sense of accountability that we hold towards the new education that we have to impart to the students. When I see myself as a teacher, and when we look at the kind of education that we are imparting to the management students, I always feel, of course, a curriculum helps us to deliver many things which is essential for a management graduate. But most important thing that we often don't find in any curriculum is the values that they really need to hold. They need to stand by. This is a conscious effort that each one of us need to put in order to have strong values. Strong values are something that I would define it in this way. Many times it is easy for us to say yes to many things, but it is difficult to say no. I would tell my students, it is always important for you to learn to say no and to be firm. So this future of Bharatiya management that we are talking about is something wherein we need to build strong values in our students. And how do we bring it in the curriculum? Whether it is going to restrict only to the curriculum or for the assessments that they take up and they are more concerned about, or are we really going to bring those value systems strong enough in our students is something that we need to really think about. Having said, I also would like to throw light on most 4 important things. The first thing that the future of Bharatiya management should think about is making our students, management students, competent in taking decisions which I would say as bring them to the maturity level where they can decide what is right, what is wrong, the direction in which they have to move, the dedication that they need to have, and the determination that they need to hold for themselves. I feel this curriculum that we would plan to develop or the course that we would try to offer should emphasize on these 4 factors. Most of the time when we talk about management education, it is not about delivering the courses, but we need to also allow students to explore what is right, what is good, what is that has to be done is most important. Not only exploring, they also need to experience. Allow them to experience, enjoy what they are learning, only then they will be able to excel. If we are able to focus on these 4 Ds and 4 Es that I just stated, I'm sure we will be successful in introducing these aspects in our curriculum. Now, we are a state private university, and we do have academic flexibility in designing our curriculum. So I would take the responsibility of maybe deciding on the factor that yes, it is very essential for us to bring in these aspects in our particular curriculum. Most of the time, maybe when I was in a kindergarten school, I learned 3 rhymes. I still sit and think back, why did we learn those things? Maybe the lines were rhyming or the words were rhyming. Maybe even my son also studied the same. And when I look back, what did it teach us ultimately? So I will just take 3 examples here, which only spoke about destruction. Why do we teach such destructive rhymes? Maybe it is my own perception or my own way of understanding and interpreting things. I may be wrong also in this. I always think about 3 things there. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and he broke his crown. There is something that is breaking over there. Similarly, there are 2 other rhymes that I always think about. That is, piggy on a railway picking up stone, down came an engine and broke piggy's bone. Why do our children study this? London Bridge is falling down. Where is London? Why is the bridge falling down? And why are we studying? Sometimes education is like this. We never know what we are trying to convey and where is it leading to. So it is not only at the kindergarten level, even today, most of the time when we talk about the postgraduate students, It is important for us to understand when we deliver each course to them, where is it leading to, what is the future of it, and what is the outcome of it, is very important, wherein we need to introspect and be responsible about what is that we are delivering to them. It is not only the content is important, of course these discussions, these deliberations will one day lead in developing a very good content. But how far we will as academicians to do justice in delivering these content in the right way, which will really add some value to the student community. That is why I started with the word. It is not only taking pride in saying Bharatiya management, but it also brings in a sense of responsibility and also a sense of accountability. Having said this, I thank each one of you for the opportunity given. Thank you so much.
I think Dr. Shubha was asking, of all the people, being a very young person, why am I? Because the future of Bharatiya management is in today's young people. That's why you started and you became the opening bat. I think we will try to listen to Professor Bhimrai Mhetri, the director of Tiruchirappalli, who was very much part of this entire organizing committee and this entire thought process with regard to Bharatiya management.
Very good afternoon, respected dignitaries on the dais, all distinguished experts on Bharatiya management, including a few of international experts, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank Reva University as well as CES organizing this workshop very nicely. All of you know that whenever we conduct the conference and workshop, the number, the last day will be always very less. But here it is reverse. Number has increased. So when we reach the valedictory, probably, number will further go up. So that clearly indicates the interest, the energy, and new perspective each one of us are having for this Bharatiya Management Conference. So let me begin. Last 2 days, a great beginning, great foundation was laid by Professor Mahadevan and Professor Sunitaji, and till lunchtime, every plenary session was one over the other. There were excellent intellectual discussions and deliberations. So after listening to the, particularly yesterday evening, 2 groups, research and courses, lot of inputs have come. So if you today look at globe, there is a global restructuring is happening. I am using the word, we can restructure the organization, but I am talking about global restructuring is happening. So apart from global restructuring, for example, if you talk about Europe, if you talk about even in India, particularly Asian continent, about SAARC or BRIC or European Union, Brexit, so many, even African Union. So clearly there is a restructuring from globalization. Now people are marching towards, countries are marching towards localization. Global to local. Again, reverse march has started. And apart from that, another important scene today you can see, there is a shift of power from west to east. Power is shifted to east, and particularly power is with China and India. These are the powerful nations in the world. So there is a shift of power. Apart from that, aging is another important component. It is an important subject all over the world. If you talk about Canada, Europe, America, China, Japan, they are all the aging nations. And India comes one of the youngest as far as working executives. And if you look at the Africa is going to take a leadership from India in maybe after 30-40 years in future, because young nations are going to rule the world. Now, in such a circumstances, today if you look at the globe, there is a disruption. There is a fastest technological changes are happening, disruptions are happening, impossible things are happening as a possible, which was never considered as a possible, today it is possible. Pushpak Vimans are coming in the form of drones. Cars are coming, flying cars are going to come. So what we never thought it is going to happen, those things are going to happen. So in this kind of environment, in this kind of context, important subject was contextual one. I think Professor Sudhanshu Roy and Professor Giri, so they talked a lot on that, and this is going to be an important subject. So today's context, future is fluid. Future is fluid. In fluid future, a contextual leadership is going to play a very, very significant role. It is also, one can call it as a fluid leadership is going to play a very, very important role. If you take a water, put into the bottle, it will take the shape of water. If you take a cup and if you put the water, water will take the shape of cup. So tomorrow we are going to have a different kind of roles. Roles are continuously changing, and Professor Narayan Reddy gave a best example of role changing. In one day, how many roles one person can change. So Accenture coined it as a liquid workforce. Today's workforce is a liquid workforce, future is fluid. That is why fluid leadership or contextual leadership is going to play an important role. And last 2 days deliberations, clearly tells any given situation. Best example is a firefighting. Indians are best in the world. 1 Indian is equal to 3 Japanese when it comes to firefighting. But when 2 such Indians come together, performance is half of the Japanese. So that is the teamwork is one of the important issues. Indians have to look into that, how to make 1 plus 1 as 111. It should not be 2. So that is the area we need to work on that. Otherwise, as an individual, we are the best. And that is why Indians, those who are in America, Europe, they are all doing wonders and leading the world. All the top companies, top universities are led by Indians because the ecosystem is created. As an individual, they are the best. Now, if you ask them what concept, what model you used, have you used McKinsey model or 5S or 4Ps or BCG matrix or SWOT analysis, they will not tell you any kind of things. Just it is, I use my own. Based on the context, I applied my own understanding and got the result. So you don't get any model, Western model and concept. Our people are the best in emergency or even earthquake kind of things. Within no time we can restore it. Because this is the way we are best in dealing with the contextual, and future is going to be fluid, and that is where the contextual leadership is going to play an important role. And that is where, when all managements fail, Western and Eastern Indian management starts. That is why I can say no. I hope all of you agree. So that is why contextual leadership is going to play an important role, because every moment the change is happening. And that is where the old model, 18th century model, if you apply today 21st century with the natives of the digital world, today generation is the digital world, it is not going to give a great solution. And that is what Professor Narayan Reddy was telling about. That is why contextual is important, and India is already known, Jugaad. So if you go to Punjab, washing machines are used for making lassis. If it would have been given to American, they could have made another machine. They could have sold it and made a big market. But in India, we are our own innovation, we call it as a Jugaad. So that is our own DNA, that is our own knowledge, traditional knowledge, ancient knowledge, how to make use of the situation as well as the available resources to produce a new product and great things. Similarly, in Tamil Nadu, if you come, big dosas are made, and they use, for putting the oil and all, a broom they use, it is used only for that purpose. So, this is the way we are the best in making use of available. The moment ATM comes, Punjab State Electricity Board, they use the ATM for collecting electricity bills. So this is how we are the best, and that is why we have to fully make use of our own, whatever the ancient knowledge is there. Apart from that, last 2 days, lot of discussions happened, our ancient literature, but some of the things we have not touched. One was about Chhatrasal, great king of Bundelkhand, Shivaji, a great king of Maharashtra, Cholas, Pallavas, you name, lot of kings have contributed for the governance and administration, even management. Those are also should be brought into the fold of Bharatiya management. Chhatrasal governance may be one of the best. So that is why we need to enter into all these areas, and that is where what I think is it is extremely important to build a new India and to build a 5 trillion economy. That is what our Prime Minister announced. If you really want to get into new India, if you really want to build a holistic human being, and also to make India as a 5 to 10 trillion economy, the only one powerful way is to get into Bharatiya management. This is the way India is going to do it. And last year, Professor Sridhar and Professor Jaydev, so our team, we worked for the model curriculum, and Indian ethos and business ethics has been introduced as a one compulsory course for MBA and PG diploma institutions. It is available in the AICTE website. So you can tell your management or university vice chancellor, this is a mandatory course. You can always introduce. It is mandatory. Yesterday somebody was telling you have to introduce mandatory. It is already there. So one can get into that, because once we start teaching Indian management, Bharatiya management, some of such kind of courses, I tell you, in 5 to 10 years, India is going to take a leadership role from China to lead the globe. When India will lead the globe, entire world will teach Bharatiya management in their respective business schools of their countries. And that is what our dream should be there. When Japan was ruling the world as a super economy 1990 to 1995, every country started teaching Japanese management. You all know it. So now it is our turn. Maybe in 5 to 6 years, once to stabilize Indian management courses in business schools in India, I am sure many countries in the West, they start teaching Indian management as a preferred course. And this is going to come, it is going to happen, it is a function of time, and the kind of energy, effort we have put 2 days, and 5 to 10 years, I am sure we are all going to see the fruits of this first meeting of Bharatiya management. I am sure maybe in 5 to 10 years, we are going to celebrate taking Bharatiya management to the global level. So with this in mind, I just want to give some of my thought about what are the future of Bharatiya management. So first, this kind of annual meeting, today we call it as a workshop, you can call it as an annual meeting, 2nd edition, 3rd edition, we should continue. This is the first important short term. I just divide into short and long term. Short, medium and long term is a second one, and short term. So short term I will just brief. Annual meeting like this, you can call it as a meeting or workshop, you can look into that. Then courses on Indian management as different schools and all, they can start. It is not necessary everybody should start anyone. Whatever the courses relevant to your mission and vision of your business school, one can start the course, entrepreneur courses and all. And third one is MOOC courses. It was a great suggestion, and maybe I think IIM Bangalore in management, it is one of the leading school in India for the MOOC courses. And MOOC courses can be started, and people can, students can take MOOC courses on Indian management and create a workshop group of all these, great galaxies here, how to communicate each other and take the support from each other. So maybe workshop group can be created apart from our portal is there, CES website is there, but another one workshop group can be created and we can take the support from each other so that we can all together grow in Bharatiya management. Third one is bringing edited book, a great idea of Professor Dharamji talked about, and yesterday research group, all the people discussed, and if you come out, probably sir has told a great publisher, international publisher, one can get into that. This is how we can take Bharatiya management to the global level. Apart from that, create awareness among the corporate world as well as a faculty, the directors of the business schools and vice chancellors about Bharati management. I am going to organize a Chancellor's Vision 2030, entire vice chancellors of Tamil Nadu state. So 2 days back I was having a meeting with the governor, so he kindly accepted and we are going to conduct. So there I am going to talk about those leaders of the universities, the importance of Bharati management. So such forums we should always make a point, we have to inculcate in their mind how useful it is. Apart from this long term, what I think is introducing a core course. One already there, you can introduce many core courses. And if you see the AICTE course curriculum model under the guidance of Professor Sridhar and Jayadevji, we have built such a first time in the history of management education, totally flexible curriculum. Core courses, every schools in India, probably we have about more than 2,500 business schools. Each and every school can have its own set of core courses and elective courses without any repetition. One can do that kind of flexibility is built, so you can introduce many courses. Then later on, starting the journal, because we have to begin end in mind, so that why scholars should work in this particular area, because there is an incentive, and also in the business schools or wherever students apply, they ask how many publications you have made in their research area. So that is why starting one journal which is Scopus or Web of Science indexed, I think that is one important thing. I think we will take up, and it is going to realize soon, either SAGE or any other Emerald, we can look into that, we will do it, maybe it may happen within 6 months or so, let us hope. And then establishing Center for Indian Management. There are ICSSR and Indian Cultural Relationship Centers. Through them one can get the funding and you can apply for establishing a Center for Indian Management. And they will get 5 to 10 lakh rupees and you can work on that, scholar can work on that. That is another one long term. You can start up, preparing proposal, and there are great leaders like Kanaka Sabapatiji and all. They will support as a board member of ICSSR and many areas. So they support these ideas and you may get the funding. That is another one should look into that. Apart from that, maybe in future, in long term, it is essential to start Sanskrit as one of the course in business school, maybe optional course to begin with, unless until we know the Sanskrit. We cannot, the way Professor Madhavan, speaks about the, all those slokas and, Mahadevan, we, unless until we understand, we cannot explain the students. So that is why it is essential. This can come in Ayurveda, it is taught, maybe business school in long term, maybe after 3-4 years probably this can be a course, one of the course for business school. So these are the thought. Apart from that, there should be a faculty development program, great suggestions, there should be MDP program, and we should also train the corporate leaders. Many times I conduct board level program for national, NLC or NUPPL, many public sectors and all. There we should also generate awareness among them why it is important so that they can consider them for recruitment and hiring. So these are the few points, and doctoral consortium is another important suggestion given by the group. I think that can also be every year when we meet annually, this can be a pre-annual meet. One day doctoral consortium, select group of researchers working like Srinivasanji, Dharamji, Professor Madhavanji and many of the scholars, they can conduct a consortium of all the scholars working in this area. So these are the few suggestions. Thank you very much, and I don't extend the time. Thank you very much.
I think by the way in which Professor Mehta presented, sticking to the time, he has also sent a message that future of Bharatiya management must be time bound. I think that's what it looks like. Thank you, sir. I think we will request now Professor Jaydev, who was also part of this entire thought on this Bharatiya management workshop, to present.
Good afternoon, Professor Sridhar, Professor Maitri, and other ladies and gentlemen, scholars, many faculty who are present here. Yeah, last year, as Professor Maitri has pointed out, we had the opportunity of working for AICTE board curriculum, designing the course curriculum for FEA as well as PGDBA programs. So apart from after looking several curriculums, taking the syllabus of different universities, in some places this thinking of Bharati management has already gone. For example, we have taken the course curriculum of Amrita University and Prashanti Nilayam and many other places, Vanachari University. So already some type of the topic, some subjects, and maybe some way it is organized, and sometimes we feel it is disorganized also. So now it is more and more it's to be consolidated. So consolidation purpose, we need a consensus, we need thinking, and that is the idea where how do we take it forward, the recommendations made in the report to implement, and so that all the people, majority of the other type of the business schools can also participate in this one. So one of the ideas is this conducting this workshop and calling different types of the faculty who are working in business schools as well as scholars who have been contributing already to this field. Okay, 2-3 points I would like to mention. One, can it be a different course? Can it be part of the existing courses? Yes, it can be a different course. Most of must have been discussed yesterday. It can be part of the existing courses also. Part of the existing course is how we are providing the thinking, or how we are providing the thinking about whatever we talked yesterday about the Pravrutti Marga. How do we inculcate that thought into any aspect? For example, last 2-3 days, last 1 week, whatever I am reading in the newspapers, one bank, cooperative bank has failed, and unfortunately, 3 people have ended their life, committed suicide. Out of them, one of them is a medical doctor. What a state of education that person has received. She is a doctor and helpful for society, and such person, for the sake of losing the confidence because he lost money in the, it is no doubt it is a big loss. But what about future? How many years of future is left over? Immediately the shloka which comes to my mind in the Sundarakanda, Anirveda Sriyo Moolam. What a frustration person is facing. And Sundarakanda also gives a solution that if you live for, you can see happiness any point of time. If you don't live, how do you see it? Sharira dharmam kalu sadhanam. If Sharira is there, you can have all types of the other things can be accomplished. And ending the life without that, and abruptly, and just for the sake of one transaction or a couple of thousands of rupees, that clearly shows the state of education, the state of, it may be failure of several institutions, agreed, but individual level what it is. At individual level, should an individual end the life just because they lost some money in some transactions? This clearly shows there is a lack of something in the individual side, education or guidance or mentorship or proper type of the advice. Whatever is expected to come at the right time, it has not received, and unfortunately the person has lost the life. And it is not a single person life lost to the family. I am sure today we are having low per capita doctors, and it is a loss to the society and loss to the country. So, what type of, how do we bring this type of the thinking into various other courses? It is possible. For that, as yesterday Professor Madhavan and others also mentioned, we need to start reading this literature. Fortunately, due to technology and due to availability of easy PDF documents on net, a lot of literature is available. It is, we need not buy also, it is available free of cost. Today, Ramayana is available free of cost, Mahabharata is available, 1,25,000 shlokas book is available free of cost. Bhagavad Gita is available, Uddhava Gita is available, Shiva Gita is available. What is required? All Shankara's literature, Sringeri Shankar Math is doing a wonderful job of creating entire work in the net. Kindly please see, at least to appreciate how much of the richness we have inherited from Maharshis, from Rishis. What amount of the knowledge we have inherited? How much is it, where do we stand with reference to that knowledge? So huge amount of the knowledge is being, it is not just what is available on the airport, some books, it is authentic books are available. So let us have some type of the entry to these things. And I can confidently say with the scholars, so many people available here, that I started that already, though I teach finance, accounting and all these things. A portion of my lifetime, well, 15 minutes maybe in a day or 20 minutes in a day maybe, I have completed reading Ramayana 3 times. I have completed reading Mahabharata and I have read couple of times Bharata. Recently in 7 days I read Uma Sahasram, wonderful poetry written by Kavikanta Vasishtha Gadapati Muni. And what a thought he has given to the country. He is describing about Parvati Devi, Lalita, Uma, but actually he has given a thought to self-development. He has given a thought to development of the country. So these are type of the literature is available. Point is that somewhere we have to make a beginning, and that beginning, and we can bring that type of that once it is imbibed, once it is knowledge is there, we can give some type of the example, some type of the context building is possible in the classroom. Whether we do bring it out of Ramayana or Bharata or any other type of thing, it is available, it is possible. Second, already we have very well rated journals in the management field. For example, Journal of Business Ethics. A couple of months back, my colleague Professor Srinivas is sitting, I told him, why one day you should edit that journal with all types of the Bharatiya management thinking. We should reach to that, it is not just having separate run, starting another job. We can use existing, why should not our papers, Bharatiya management papers can go to academic journals? It should go to academic journals. 15 years back or 20 years back, publishing a paper on the basis of the Indian data in Journal of Finance or American Economic Review is simply impossible today. But today, actually the leading or coming, it is at least 10 to 12 papers are available on Indian data about which are being published in American Economic Review and Journal of Finance. When it is well-rated journals are having this type of, why not our philosophy? Why not our spiritual thinking? Why not our self-development? Why not our thinking of leadership? These things will also certainly, whatever the Maharshis has visualized on sustainability, which the management theme today for any type of the car, it may be corporate sustainability, it may be individual sustainability, it may be environmental sustainability, everybody is thinking about sustainability. For sustainability, whatever the Rishis have mentioned it is, whatever the Maharshis have mentioned, certainly that part, that thinking, that empirical, that literature-based empirical work can go to the better journals. I am sure the people who are sitting here are having much more thoughts about these things, so certainly they can take it forward. So overall, every institute can think about some type of a lecture series occasionally, at least once in a year, once in 2 years, twice in a year. Some type of the topics which may be on the occasion of anything. One of the recent one private management institute director, I have asked, what did you do on October 2nd? What was the occasion? How did you celebrate? No sir, nothing was there, it was holiday. No, we missed the opportunity. I simply said, you missed the opportunity. October 2nd is an opportunity to talk about trusteeship. October 2nd is an opportunity to talk about fiduciary responsibility. It is an opportunity to talk about Satyagraha. It is an opportunity to talk about Satyam Vada. Is there any other person in the earth we can give wonderful example for Satyam practice? Satyam Vada Veda has said practice is Mahatma Gandhi practice. And his book is a wonderful book on that, my experiments. Anytime it is valuable. The director is the opportunity, as simply said. You would have engaged some students, certainly some students will come forward. You would have conducted some small seminar or something. So like this, these type of the things, one, you contribute, think about the best possible journals. Don't, today again, so many journals are, daily it is coming on the email that, but these things are not being considered by the academic community, but well-rated journals are available. Please try to reach to the well-rated journals on the basis of the themes which we have discussed in the last 2 days. Certainly today's theme and AICT officials are coming, and I request, I urge upon that is please fund these type of the research projects so that we need to reach a quality research and quality dissemination of the knowledge based upon the philosophy which is there already in the literature. So these points, I think I see this is what future of the Bharatiya management. We talk about the education objective. One of the Bhartrihari shlokas is Vidya dadat vinayam vinam dadat patratvam apnoti dhanat dharmam tadat sukham. Within a school talks about artha and sukham, not dharma. Dhanat dharmam tadat sukham. You discharge your responsibilities towards parents, towards society, towards the employer, towards your job, towards your profession, and that gives the satisfaction. And to discharge those responsibilities, you need artha. That artha is money is required. So earn. They did not say that earn less, earn maximum, earn whatever is possible. And earn ethically and spend it for dharma. So business objective, individual education objective has already been stated. Purpose of education has already been stated by Bhartrihari, and we are taking the same spirit. Unfortunately, management education has moved more on artha and sukha. So these two things are meant for dharma. If we remember that, we are implementing, or we are in the spirit of implementing the Bharatiya management. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Jaydev. I think Professor Jaydev brought the very, very intrinsic part of future of Bharatiya management. And if I recall all these three speakers, Dr. Shubha pleaded for value system, and she focused on students. Professor Maitri focused on the context and other ecosystem related issues, short term, long term, etc. And he focused on the context more, and in the context what we need to do. And when you come to Professor Jaydev, he went on to the intrinsic aspect. You know, he never talked about what is happening around. What is that I have to do? I think this sums up the entire spirit of future of Bharatiya management. I thank all these three people for having given a very, very different at the same time, synergetic spirit of Bharatiya management. Thank you very much. Now I think it is time for all of us, as I just now said in the beginning when I said, when we are talking about future of Bharatiya management, I personally felt and discussed with Dr. Sudhakar also, the future of Bharatiya management should not be discussed just from the rostrum, just from the stage. This has to be discussed by everybody present here in the last 2 days. And I think if there is going to be a future, it is not because of some people, and it is because of all our collective unidirectional efforts. So that's why I thought of a small mechanism. If all of you feel comfortable, we will start from the last person. The microphone will come to each person, and you please say only in one sentence. Please restrict yourself to one sentence. What is that you want to say about future of Bharatiya management? I have either you can give an idea, or you can give a suggestion, or you can make your commitment. Idea, suggestion is one part of it. But I would like to commit, as Professor Jaydev just now said, 15 minutes every day I will read something, or I will do something, or my institution will do something like that. Either an idea or a suggestion or a commitment you can give, but please restrict yourself only to one sentence. Restrict yourself only to one sentence, and you please see the beauty at the end of this exercise. What all these minds, hearts and hands speak. Can we start? Can we start with the last person? Yeah. Please introduce your name and tell. Only one sentence, please. Please tell your name and then one sentence point. Please, I request all the concerned people to record.
Before teaching this, I have to learn this, so I'll practice learning this Bharatiya management immediately. First, I have to learn this, then only I can teach to others.
So,
I'll start this.
Your good name?
Gautam, sir.
Gautam, learning Bharatiya management.
Yes.
Yeah, next.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕಿರಣ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಪಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲೂ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂತ
Introduce Bharatiya management course in all universities. Next.
Sir, Hanumatappa DG, Bharatiya management is very needed today in India.
It is very much needed. Okay.
Sachindra Jia, from today I will start reading Bharatiya management.
From today I start reading Bharatiya management. Okay.
ಸೊ ರಾಧಾಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪಿಲ್ಲೈ I'll create more teachers of Bharatiya management.
You will create more teachers, Pillai. Not necessarily Chanakya. Including Chanakya.
Banusri Sukla, my name is, and try to tell the Bharatiya principles in the regular classes and compare those thoughts also in the classes. Try to do that.
You will start telling about Bharatiya management in your classes.
Yes.
Thank you. Next.
Mandana, principles have to be implemented in management studies.
Have to be implemented means you are giving a suggestion.
No, sir.
For somebody to do it.
No, Bharatiya management studies will follow the principles.
That's what. Who has to follow?
We will follow the principles.
You please say, Mandana, I will follow Bharatiya principles. Management principles. That's a better way.
Mandana, I will follow the management principles.
No, please don't, because I am asking you, you need not have to.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Sanjeev, I teach management a bit. I will try to discuss more about the subject of Bharatiya management to my management colleagues and students.
Okay. You will discuss more, not necessarily teach. Okay.
Coming to Sabhavati, I will take more efforts to study and disseminate Bharatiya management aspect.
Thank you, sir.
Srinivasan, Bharatiya management by the people to the customer of the world. From India to rest.
Huh?
Created by the Indian to the rest of the world. That is what our objective.
Tinoki, I'll try to learn more of the ancient wisdom that we have.
You will try to.
No, I will learn.
There is difference between try to and learn. If you don't want to make commitment, fine. But when you make commitment, please share that. That's all. I'm not compelling you.
Dr. Somnath, Bharatiya management should be made more inclusive and it should include all the dharmas.
You are giving a suggestion for somebody else who will do that.
It's for you.
For me.
Dr. Vasapa Bangari, I have been doing it. I will more explore oral literature and indigenous knowledge, which is helpful to Bharatiya management, that is traditional management practices.
So you will explore.
I am Dr. V.M. Ramamurthy. Bharatiya management will be the future of the world. So I motivate my students to be part of this beautiful world.
So you will motivate your student. And in order to motivate them, I think what is very important,
And I'll start reading from.
I think we need to have that motivation.
So Selvanathan, from today onwards, I will start reading on Bharatiya management, ancient scripts, studies, etc.
Reading.
Second,
Yeah.
commitment is that within about 2 months, we help Dr. Sudhakar and Dr. Srinivasan to write the syllabus for Indian business history.
Okay, fine.
I am Sarvakumar. Bharatiya management is useful for self-management.
I am not asking you to tell about the importance of Bharatiya management. I am asking either an idea, a suggestion, or a commitment.
I will follow it to develop myself.
Okay, you will follow.
Chellam, I will definitely follow Bharatiya management.
Definitely. Okay, fine.
Dr. Pratima, I'll follow the concepts of Bharatiya management and try to incorporate in my teaching.
Okay, in your teaching.
K. Shankaran. I will continue to work with colleagues and students on appreciating deep Indian thoughts and mutuality and slowly and steadily introduce more of Bharatiya ideals in the courses and program.
He has drafted it and then reading it. That shows the seriousness. That's what I want.
Sir, myself Tiruraj, I want to contribute something like Japanese had done. Japanese had developed.
No, only one sentence. Only one sentence, please.
As sir said, Japanese contribute a lot and we are learning Japanese.
No, please don't explain. What is that your point?
Some point Japanese should learn our Bharatiya management.
Okay. I will make it in such a way that Japanese will have to learn Bharatiya management.
Yes, sir. Okay, definitely. My name is Mangesh and Bharatiya management is having a high potential and I learn and practice and use in a daily management as far as my organization is concerned.
Learn, practice and use.
Yes, in daily management.
Fine.
Thank you very much. Myself Parmesh, this is a suggestion. Bharatiya management to be implemented in one institute or one college as a model. There needs to be expanded globally.
Narasimha Prasad. In fact, as Professor Jaydev has already mentioned,
please tell me.
I have already dedicated my 30 minutes of time in learning.
Please give your idea, suggestion or commitment.
Commitment is I have already started Bharatiya management. I will implement in my corporate life.
Okay, you will implement in corporate life.
Mohan Kumar, I will start using the contextual tools and techniques of Bharatiya management starting immediately.
Okay, fine.
Sudhakar, I need to start reading so to 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day from now on positively. And second commitment is anyone calls me to talk about Bharatiya management anywhere, I'll definitely go.
Okay.
HR Venkatesha, use my research and guiding students in research for overcoming the ills of today's management like over dependence on profit and not focusing on sustainability and ethical issues which are haunting the global corporations.
I am sure continue to study and do research in Bharatiya management.
let us commit ourselves to training the faculty first before even introducing the courses.
Jyoti Vijay, I commit to identify and write at least one practice every quarter as captured from the rural areas. It could be families, businesses, fields, festivals, anything.
Sandeep Singh. From this Diwali, I'm starting a 6-hour walk through Indian business history.
I'm Ananta Giri. I would like to engage with this discourse of Bharatiya management, which at least seems limited in a sense that Bharatiya or it is only Hinduistic. So how we can engage it and make it Bharatiya Vishwa management?
Okay, Vishwa.
Ankur Joshi. I would work with the vision of infusing the Bharatiyata into management so that it gets dissolved into the management stream.
Bharatiyata in management.
Convert Bharatiya management into Nepali management.
Yes, Srinivas. In the next 1 year, I would like to read Bhagavad Gita, Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and Taittiriya Upanishad in that order, and try to use that knowledge in teaching, training, and research.
He also gave the order. First, second, third.
Subhara Jayanti, I will work to design many new courses in my university.
We will try to design new courses.
I am Sudarshan. I will learn more and I will put some concepts into my teaching more seriously.
Okay.
Thank you.
Please, more seriously.
So that is the inspiration I got from this.
According to me,
Your good name.
Bharatiya management is a blend of Bharatiya spirituality and the Swadeshi style of management.
Your biggest statement.
My name is Dr. Muralidhar. I facilitate crowdsourcing of ideas and situations during the classroom sessions where principles of Bharatiya management could be applied.
Crowdsourcing you will use.
Thank you, sir.
I will design our course in the name of Bharatiya lifestyle management.
You will try to design a course on Bharatiya lifestyle management.
I'm Dr. Ajinkya Navla from IIT Bombay. I will continue doing research in Bharatiya management with more rigor and systematic study. Thank you.
This continue also has a lot of meaning. Many a time, right?
I learn Bharatiya management and disseminate to the students, particularly the part of Siksha Valli, where the teacher-student relationship is enforced in Taittiriya Upanishad. I am Lakshmi.
I am Manasa. I will commit to learn Sanskrit from today and commit myself 30 minutes in writing whatever I have learned. Thank you.
So I'm T.R. Pandey and I will use learning from Bharatiya management for inculcation of human values and professional ethics among my faculty, students and surroundings wherever I come across.
Okay.
I am Dr. Subhasri. I will explore more and more on Bharatiya management. I will create awareness among my students about Bharatiya management and I will propose a course on BOS and Bharatiya management.
Okay. You will do 3 things.
Yeah. I am Preeti Murali.
2 sentences for ladies.
So I'm Preeti Murali, and as I'm already reading and teaching this paper, further I wish to grasp an opportunity to do the research project funded by AICTC, which can help people grow around the world.
You will take up a research project.
Yes, as Jaita sir mentioned that the research projects need to be done and funded by AICTC.
Fine.
So if
I am Supriya. I would like to do research on understanding self through concepts from Bharatiya management.
Okay.
I am Padmaja. I will learn and facilitate classroom learning on principles of management.
Priyanka, I'll start reading the schools and would request you to all the contributors to provide us online sources also so that we can start it.
Yakni, Prabandhan, repository.
Dr. Nalini Dwarkanath. I will invest time to learn Sanskrit, understand Bharatiya management through Indian psychology perspective.
Okay. So there are 2 people who are very committed. I think Chamu Krishna Sastri is noting down. who all have said Sanskrit. I was taking a note.
I have noted down their names in my hit list.
I'm Dr. Bhavani. My commitment is I shall inculcate the micro concepts of Bharatiya management through the concept of storytelling in the curriculum.
Storytelling. Fine. Yes, sir. Please.
So, dear Sharon, I'll write one good case on good aspect of Bharatiya management and one good case on the aspects which reduce the propagation of Bharatiya management.
You will write a case. Please.
So Rohit will be the student of Bharatiya management first and teacher later on, and try to develop the course structure in the context and advancement.
You would like to be a student first and then become a teacher.
Ravindra Sharan, I'm already committed to Bharatiya management. I'm writing papers. I will continue to do so in future with more rigor.
I'm Prashant. Learn more, practice more, and discuss more in my classes, MTPs, and annual development programs.
I'm Ravi. So my commitment to this is adopt more of Bharatiya management in life and work, and promote Bharatiya management wherever I go in whatever capacity.
I am Ravi Sadashivamurthy. I will join the team of writers to develop material on Bharatiya management.
Please note his word. I will join the team of writers. That's a very interesting perspective you brought.
Nagarjuna, I'll complete the research which I started on bringing this ancient wisdom a little bit to the corporate.
I'm Manisha, and my submission is that before we start introducing more and more courses, the first step we can also do is to revamp our existing syllabus and add on the concept of Bharatiya management in the relevant domain areas.
Yeah, I am Harish. I will read on Bharatiya management, begin by writing short blogs, maybe articles, maybe a case study as I go along.
Fine. Blogs and small articles.
Hi, my name is Adanshu. I call for research collaboration, 4 areas: Madhubani painting, Rangoli, food design, and storytelling in movies. Anybody wanting to collaborate on these, please contact me. I'll be most happy.
I'm Dr. Pankaj. I'll share these 2 days deliberation with my students and use relevant quotes in classroom teaching. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sanat. I'm a journalism student, so I shall hold you all accountable and answerable.
We need more of you.
I have already dedicated, my name is Poonam Purohit. I have already dedicated my life. I want to teach and learn Bharatiya management. I'm going to start my postdoc maybe in November, December under Professor Mahadevan.
No,
and
please, only one sentence. There are too many hands.
Role of yoga, meditation, spirituality in leadership development.
And postdoctor, you would like to?
Yes.
So I am Mahadevan. I will continue to develop Shraddha among the young on matters of Bharatiya management.
I'm Chanakya. We will finish our work within 6 months, what we have started for Sanskrit for management. And we will also start a journal on this, which is there, but we will put some writers on this.
I will take the agenda of this conference to Sanskrit universities to facilitate the bridging the gap between management and Sanskrit.
Yes, Prabhu Krishna.
I'm Subhash Sharma. I will contribute towards globalizing the idea of Indian management or Bharatiya management by giving talks in universities outside India.
Narayan Reddy, create more awareness on Bharatiya management among the younger generations.
Ramanathan, I will humbly request Dr. Mahadevan to accept me as his disciple.
In that case, some of us also have the same liability.